From FSDH Merchant Bank. Chukwuma Ebuche is live to us from FMDQ Exchange Place, taking us through the opening calls on today's bills and bonds market. Things are still looking very sweet. You folks got the lion's share of the capital importation in the first quarter. This is a very good time in the market, despite a bit of a lower trend in yields. Chukwuma is still very positive in terms of buying bills and bonds.
Hi, good morning. Pleasure to be on the show again. You're right about what you said. We've seen that transcend the amount of capital flow transcend into, for instance, the PMA auction held yesterday. We saw over 88 billion being rolled over by the DMO, and we could say that the 1 year maturity accounted for much of the subscription, with over 315 billion of it being being subscribed on the 1 year maturity out of the 390 billion of total subscriptions. It's expected that the on-field demand would easily hit the secondary market today at the same time. And the bond space, we've seen the bond space pick up with on a positive note. Much of the demand we did see was on the short end of the curve, but at the same time, we saw a bit of demand on the longer end, especially on the 2034s and 2049 maturities, with their yields declining by over 17 basis points on the average. But generally, across the bond curve, we saw yields drop by over 5 basis points. Much of the positivity seen in the bonds market could be attributed to the fact that at the start of the week, we had bond maturities and bond coupon payments of over 400 billion. There's also the expectation that we might, or no, not rather expectation. We've just got confirmation that the DMO is offering OMO auctions today of worth over 400 billion, which is expected to take over the excess liquidity in the system. This will be coming from the FAC, which was paid at the start of the week. There's also the expectation of the FX refund likely to hit the system today as well.
That's taking away all your money, Chukwuma, isn't it? That's taking almost the entire liquidity out of the market straight. So what would you be left with after today's maturities into Friday? It looks like you and your colleagues are heading for a very dry Friday, dry weekend. No thanks to the DMO.
Well, you can say that again. Yeah, but for example, in the bond space, we do expect things to go on smoothly as it is. But at the same time, we see market players being cautious, especially when we see yields hitting the resistant levels of 14%. So for now, we can say everything is all well and good.
Everything is all well and good. Thank you. I think the secondary market is looking, but again, if you look at the secondary trading, the Naira bond yesterday, that was a single digit, just about 9 billion Naira. So it wasn't that much. Last week, we saw very top end of double digits.
Come again?
In terms of the total trading on Naira bonds, last week was double digits. Then yesterday was just about 9.84 billion.
Yes. Like I mentioned earlier, we do expect things to slow down a bit as we see yields hitting the resistant levels of 14%. So.
Okay, interesting. We're going to keep an eye on how the money goes. And thank you so much. 400 billion Naira bond coming in today, just been thrown in to mop up those FAC allocations by the Debt Management Office. All hands on deck, liquidity management, that's what it is between a central bank on one hand and the DMO on the other hand. Thank you, Chukwuma Ebuche from FSDH Merchant Bank. We appreciate your time being here.